Hello, and welcome back to the developer commentary of Super Panda Adventures. So, where have we left off? Oh yeah, in the floating sky forest. We have 4 quests right now. And a fun fact, just for the beginning, when I planned the game, I planned to have all of these quests available and every one of them sending you throughout the world and different places and everything, but in the end I thought it would be much too confusing for players to have 8 open quests at all times and keeping track of what to do, and I didn't want this to end in some kind of MMO where you just enter some kind of area and you just kill random enemies and collect random stuff, and then you're like, okay, I can return all the quests now and move on to the next area, whatever. So, in the last... this frame rate is so smooth, I like it. Yeah, in the last video... Oh, I don't have the jumpy thingy, whatever. So I have to go back. Anyway, in the last video, there was only one comment by Nero Kitsune asking what my motivation was behind choosing a panda for the main protagonist of the game. And yeah, and the thing is that back when I started developing the game, which is almost 4 years from now, pandas really were not in the mainstream focus point. There was just one movie out, like the Kung Fu Panda, and here in Germany it didn't very have that much of response, so nobody really gave a shit about it. And I don't know, I thought pandas were quite an awesome type of animal. They're basically cute, funny little furry animals, like bears. I mean, a bear looks quite threatening, but I don't know, pandas are cute and cuddly, and they don't even want to eat your face, so that's a plus for a protagonist in the game, I thought. So yeah, that was basically my thing. It wasn't oh, I want to make Kung Fu Panda the game, man, that would be cool, man, so rad. No, I didn't. Wait, do I yeah, I already talked. By the way, fun fact, this little flask in the air, you can't get it, right? And it's not even supposed to be there. The fun thing is that when I place all the items in the map, I basically just take a bunch and copy paste them at some area where I can easily drag and drop them to the place where I want them to be in the end. And this is just a leftover, so I basically copy pasted a lot of flasks so I can spread them out throughout the map. And this one I just forgot, so it just hangs in the air and it's unreachable. It's totally intended to be there. Yeah, I don't want to. Anyway, fun facts. There's also some fun facts that I missed out of the storyline. And I will probably go about this in a separate video, I guess, because it's from the beginning. It's a lot of dialogue in the game is inspired by other games and movies, movie quotes. For example, when you begin the game and the Master Wushu, which is, by the way, a beaver. Some people don't recognize what kind of animal he's supposed to be like, and they're like, it's just this brown teeth dude. Yeah, it's a beaver, I think. I don't know. Anyway, he quotes from The Matrix, obviously, where Morpheus says it's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. And this is, by the way, one of my favorite movie quotes of all time, because I don't know where he got this from. For example, there are other movie quotes which are taken from other persons, I don't know, Albert Einstein, or I don't know, some Chinese wise man and whatever, I don't know. So it's, in the movie I heard it first, so that's where I take the quotes from. And yeah, there's some other quotes, and also there's a little statement of myself about the movie The Happening, because I don't know who says it, like Master Wushu or the Panda, but some say like, hey, is it possible that yay, I got all the sparkleaves, woo! Anyway, it's like, what's happening with the forest? Like, why are all the animals going crazy? And Fu or Master Wushu says like, all the trees are developing some kind of airborne toxin which makes you go crazy, and which is basically exactly the movie plot of The Happening, and it's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. So I just try to incorporate that. Wait, this kind of magic! I think I can break the barrier! Boom! And also this barrier had to be added later. I didn't even want it and need it, but then I figured out that you are basically able to go here by yourself even without triggering any of the story elements so far. You didn't have to trigger Fiona, which is important later. And you could just like wander around in this area, and I didn't want you to be able to spoil the storyline. So I just added this strange magical barrier, which nobody can really explain. Anyway, this sign, by the way, I'm pretty sure nobody reads this, but do not feed the robot monkey with yellow bananas. Well, do they? I don't know. It's a hint of how to defeat the monkey. Do I want to defeat him? Or also, by the way, I'm sorry that I didn't. That I waited so long to make the next developer commentary. I really have a lot of stuff going on in my life currently, so I have to, like, you know, be focused elsewhere, so I can't really do what I like as much currently. Anyway, oh Fu, I'm so glad to see you. It's amazing you've managed to find me here. Yeah, of course I've come to find you. What else would I want on top of this ginormous tree? Because if you have read the first dialogue of this quest, like before this, then it's obvious that Fu doesn't go up here to find the princess, but instead he wants to find the landing place of the robots. There's a lot of hidden humor, what I consider humor in these dialogues. Blah, 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 you can't defeat them. Also, this is a very interesting thing, I think, which I have tried to make very clear throughout the game. Fu has a character progression arc throughout the whole game. In the beginning, Fu is very easily defeated, and he doesn't think much of himself. Like, he has very, very low self-esteem and self-conscious. Is that the right word? I don't know. And throughout progressing the whole game, Fu more and more starts believing in himself and in his own abilities, as the player does. You know, as a player, you level up and you get more and more points that you spend on your character, and you get better sword and better armor. And I wanted this to be reflected throughout the dialogue, what Fu gives of himself. So in the beginning, he's like, oh my god, I can't do this, I suck at everything. And in the end, Fu is like, and also, this is also a fun fact, you will realize that Fu gives the orders around. Like, in the beginning, you get your quests from other people, like, hey, do this and do that. And in the end, Fu is the one who says, alright, I have to go do this now, and now we have to do this. And Fu gives, tells the shots. And that's something I very consciously built into the whole dialogue of the game. So you as the player feel like Fu is getting stronger, and Fu has a progression, and this is really going on, and this is really something that happens, and Fu reacts to everything that happens around him, and he's not like this cookie cutter dude. Like, for example, if you take any Mario game, whatever, anywhere is out there, Mario is always the same guy from the beginning to the end. There's no progression at all. He's always the same guy, and that's not a bad thing, because you kind of identify with the character that's already there, And Fu, like, this is basically the beginning of maybe more games and more everything. So it's just, I think, a nice way to have the character be more believable and more likable, I think, to have him change throughout the course. Holy gosh darn diggity, I got 3000 damage! I'm awesome. And also a little way to defeat the boss, obviously throw the bananas back, which I'm doing right here. It's not always easy, and I had to change this mechanic quite a bit, because in the beginning I just threw it back at random, so sometimes the bananas just missed him. Damn it, the coconuts of doom! And I changed it so the bananas kind of home at him, so you always hit him. And I kind of, in Gungo 2 I made a mistake and made the first boss like very complicated, and I think quite hard to understand, and a lot of people had problems with him because they were just not experienced enough with the game to learn all the mechanics and all the how to use weapons and stuff. So in this game I wanted to make the first boss, which is basically just a giant blobby, which is the easiest enemy in the game, and then the monkey boss who doesn't move. I just wanted to make them very easy to understand, so all you have to manage is your character, and you don't have to learn fancy enemy movements and enemy attacks and everything. So you can focus on your character, and you can focus on your attacks, what you're doing, and how to play with the character. Anyway, more story. And this is sad, dramatic music, which I very, very much like. And I think James didn't want to include this. Or this was just like a work in progress track that he sent to me, and he was like, "Meh," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome, man! Can I use this?" And he's like, "Sure, if you want." Sorry, I'm drinking a cup of tea because I'm not sick. I was sick last week, but I feel a lot better. I feel fine, but my nose is stuffed, and I don't know if you can hear that. And sorry for that. So yeah, by the way, the story, I wanted to make it very mature, and there's a lot to think about in this storyline. For example, this shadow society of super rich hamsters, which is secretly ruling the world. I mean, everyone knows that, right? Blah blah. Our time is up. And yeah, I thought about this storyline for a long time, and I was going back and forth with this and changing dialogues everywhere. And I'm pretty satisfied with, I say pretty satisfied, but I mean is I'm very satisfied. I used this word in a wrong context, I'm sorry. I'm very satisfied about how this story turned out, because if you really think about it, and if you have a open eye to the world and what's really going on, I think there's a lot of things that you can kind of compare and get your own conclusion about things. And of course, I mean that our world is secretly ruled by robots using rubber masks to disguise as humans, obviously. And this is the first real glimpse that you get at the main, or not really the main antagonist, but he's a bad dude. There he's flying away! No, wait! Wait! You damn dumbass! God damn it. How long did I play? Can I check this? Yes, I can. Oh yeah, 14 minutes. Awesome! Damn it, I should have used my second monitor for this. Anyway. All of a sudden, the black stone starts glowing. Hey, Fu! I'm so sorry about what happened. Blah, blah. See, here's again, Fu's like, damn it, I can't save the princess, oh my god, I suck. And then Fiona gives him kind of like a pep talk, like, what's your plan? See, now it starts a little bit to shift, and here I had the dialogue too long. Whoops, Sorry. Who is the sage? I was never allowed to ask any questions about him. Sandy Hill. Obviously a reference to Silent Hill. Because it's a ghost town, but it's in the middle of the desert, so I think nobody got the reference, so I'm poor at this. And this is a little shortcut that I just implemented in the game because after I played Skyrim, I just realized how handy and how awesome it is to have a shortcut out of the dungeon once you're inside, because you don't really want to spend a long time to get out of wherever you just fought. What can I upgrade? I think I want to have more life and power armor. Why didn't I get this before? Yeah, I think I talked about this before, but I wanted to make every perk very useful and people to think about whatever benefits their kind of style of gameplay. And in the later difficulty stages, like Redonkulous, for example, Circle of Life is, well, literally a lifesaver. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, yeah, I can get a new spell now. The Mega Hammer, which is awesome. Let's go. So I'm not sure how long I want to make this video, because yeah, there's a long break between the last one and this video. I'm sorry for this. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. I have a new job now, a full-time job, because I can't really afford living currently. So, well, I had to go back to not square one, but a couple squares. So I don't have that much free time to work on anything currently. But to be honest, I was very not in the mood to work on anything in the last time. So this is kind of like a win-win situation. So I can, you know, generate some money with my time and have more time to think about stuff. And yeah, I do something productive, even if it's not for myself, but for some random company that nobody gives a shit about.
So you're back! Did you find all the spark leaves?
That's exactly the voice I'm kidding. Yada yada. Basically, the spark leaves are just a MacGuffin. Is it called a MacGuffin? I don't remember rightly currently. Anyway, so yeah, now you can learn the next hammer spell, the second spell, the Mega Hammer. That felt awesome, Jenna. Can I have another one?
There's another one, which is the Way of the Dragon.
Which is, of course, a reference to Bruce Lee, because Bruce Lee was not only a fantastic martial artist, but also a very wise guy. And I try to make, you know, I think personally that in a lot of media, even Disney is guilty of this, which is directed at kids. And even though this game is not directed especially, or you know, oh, I forgot a power orb, which is obviously a reference to Gun Girl and Gun Girl 2, obviously. Well, in Gun Girl, was there power orbs? I think there was only bullet orbs and stuff. So yeah, at least for Gun Girl 2 a reference. Because power orbs, I mean, who doesn't like power orbs? Now you can break it. Can you even shoot it with a mine bullet? I don't know. I went back and forth on this decision. Sometimes, well, in the very beginning, I was letting people shoot these metal crates with power orbs. Well, mine bullets. And later on, I changed it to the Mega Hammer. I don't know if I changed it back, but, well. In case you don't know, the Mega Hammer does this. It's a giant explosion, and it stuns enemies, so you have a easy time to kill them. And I deliberately avoided the word kill throughout the whole game. You will nowhere ever see that Fu says that I had to kill one, or kill this guy, or kill this enemy, or it's always defeat, or yeah. And this brings me back to the point that I was currently on rambling about. A lot of child media, or directed at kids, have very strange, even sexual content, and you know, I would never ever think about, you know, having a item in the game that looks like a dildo or some other things where kids would just, you know, think, what the F am I playing here? I don't know, I would never think about having something in the game that looks like a vagina or something like that. I mean, that's something that kids will explore on their own at their appropriate age when they are interested in this. And when, you know, when kids get older and they start having a feeling for an interest for sexual interaction and everything. So I would never ever think about having anything penis shaped in the game or anything, and I'm very confused about how this gets into animated movies and everything. That I don't know. There's, for example, I'm not sure. Well, I could mention a couple examples now, but I don't want to go into this. I think some people who are working in the media industry should really think about their stuff and what's funny for adults and what's just a no-go. I think maybe it's just a funny, a mature kind of wink at other mature people, like, see what I did there? But I don't think it's appropriate for kids to be, I don't know, subjugated to this. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to Bamboo Village. Yay, and you can just jump down and have a shortcut, because I like shortcuts in my games. Because I don't think that playtime should be artificially enhanced by having the player to backtrack. This game already has a lot of backtracking, because if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know where to finish some quests and stuff, so sometimes it leads you to the same place. But I've tried to make sure that every time, even if you get sent back to the same place, there's always a different location that you have to explore before you get to the quest objective. For example, this floating tower, I could easily just jam 5 quest objectives into the same tower and send you back and forth, but that would be just stupid and boring. So I try to spread out all the quests throughout the whole maps and try to make it as diverse and fun to play. Wait, did I get the key? Yeah. Why do I have to oh yeah, the Dragon Master. Alright. Talk about talk about the dude, and now I can get the jumpy feather, which is awesome. Did I already get this? I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. Here's a secret hidden place of awesomeness, which is easy to find, I think. If you have an open eye for exploration throughout the game, then these spots are very easy to make out. Make out? Is that the right word? Do you make out with the spot? Oh yeah, and this flashy thingy does not appear. It would appear if I would close the game now and reopen it, because this exclamation point above him is linked to all his other exclamation points, and I didn't think about removing the invisibility on it when you enter this map, so I kind of screwed up. But not so. I don't think it's too... the quest dialogue already tells you to go there, so it's not that hard to miss. Not that easy to miss, anyway. And also, yeah, what I didn't talk about, when you have the Mega Hammer, you have also a new way to, link combo attacks, link attacks together. And this is also like the triple link that I like to say it. You can, shoot these small ones also. So you have like 4 very powerful attacks. If you now it doesn't work. Damn it. But I could have easily comboed him in a couple seconds if I were awesome and good at this game, but apparently No, why? Frame rate! Why? Exactly in that moment when I wanted to jump. Damn it! I suck at my own game. Alright, let's try again. Out of my way, guys. I don't like you. Alright, now. This is quite easy. When I try to have this in the game, I don't even know if this screws you up. Yeah, it does. I'm awesome. Anyway, by the way, the charged attack is mostly for this kind of shielded enemy and other enemies that you really want to get out of the way quick. So you basically charge up and you run inside the enemy and just punch the dude. What? Also, it stuns the enemy longer. But I think the stunning mechanic is something that, whoops, most people don't even use. So anyway, you can play the game whatever you like, however you like. You know, I wanted to have all options good enough to be considered, but in the end, you decide for yourself what you want to do with the game and how do you want to play it. If you want to play it safe, or if you want to just dish out the most damage in the shortest amount of time. Which brings me to more points that I can spend. Do I want to get the shield already? Nah. I think I want to... Do I want to upgrade? No, I want to... What do I want? I think this is the most useless, personally. It is a very useful thing, even at higher difficulty levels. But I think it's useless. But then I saw some... I got some feedback from people, and they were saying like this is the most useful thing. So I was like, okay. Everyone can decide that on their own. God damn it! Holy balls! Ow! So yeah, I don't have that much more to talk about, I think, in this video. Maybe I can come up with something else. By the way, this is a spot where I found out about another bug in my engine, which I had to fix on this map. Because when you go down here, this is the only spot in the whole game where it is possible to have multiple enemies appear at the same exact time. Because I killed them already, but there's one shotgun dude here and one shotgun dude here, and they are exactly on the same Y position, on the same height. So when you drop down here, you spot both of them at the exact same time, and this is one of the only moments in the entire game where this is possible, and this caused a glitch. I'm not exactly sure what glitch it was. I think both enemies were able to go through the were able to clip through the walls or something like that, and I was like confused out of my mind. I was like, what? How is there a glitch this deep into the game? All of a sudden, out of nowhere. Because I tried to have all the enemies and behavior code done before I started even creating all the levels. And I just basically wanted to make the game first, like code the game, and then I just wanted to like make the levels and have like be like all in the designer kind of mindset. Which I like more, like power orb, yay! And there's the Alfonso family, and Alfonso is, by the way, a little wink at, like, I don't know, a part of my life, which I experienced with my ex-girlfriend. We were like somewhere in some park in Germany, and there was a little rat, we just named him Mr. Alfonso, and he was like swimming in a lake, and we thought that was just one of the most adorable things that we ever saw. This little rat or mouse, I don't know, it was a tiny rat or a mouse, I don't know, and he was like swimming around and having fun, and looked like very awesome, and he's like, we just called him Mr. Alfonso on the spot. So there is a Mr. Alfonso in the game who likes to swim in the lake. It's like, I don't know, an inside joke for myself. It's nobody will ever get this, but it's just I don't know, for myself, I think. Anyway. Oh, I'm so glad you could find my family. Of course I had to. It's a horrible thought to not know how your family is doing. Get reward the star feather. Now you can jump on jump pads. Thank you. Go to Meow's house to the right. And now you have the first completed quest, and I could just make the quest longer and have, like, you know, go to Meow because he just told me to go to Meow and visit him. But I wanted to have this little mouse golden icon. I thought it was just, this little mouse was just too cute. So I don't know, I just wanted to have a little golden mouse icon. So I had the end, I made the quest end here, and you know, the next one starts here, which is also appropriate because I think, you know, I don't know, I think it's very hard to get a right progression throughout the game and like a pacing of quests and items. And this is something that I will probably talk later about, because these items are very hard to balance throughout the game. And I had to kind of go back. And by the way, the star feather, for example, was one of the later items that I included into the storyline. So this is basically something that you can complete very early in the game. Like, I'm just at time 1 hour and 34. But when developing the game, I included this very late, because I very late realized that the star feather is something that you really want to have, because there's a lot of things that makes the game just more fun to play when you have this jump pad ability throughout the later stages. So anyway, this is my developer commentary part 4. I thank you guys for watching. If you have any kind of questions or comments about the game, please leave a comment in the section below and I will answer it in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.